Welcome back to Big Interview. We're now going to walk through how to use our mock interview practice tool. First, you'll come up here to Practice and choose Practice Interviews. You can learn more about our Interview Roulette, Answer Builder, and the Question Library in our knowledge base, but they're pretty straightforward. For now, we'll go to Practice Interviews, and you can see all of the different categories of interviews you can choose from. General interviews are organized primarily by experience level. We also have industry-based interviews, public sector, admissions, and so on. Let's start with the general category. Here you'll see all the different interviewers, beginning with top 10, entry-level, mid-level, and so on. You'll also notice that the questions will increase in difficulty, starting with the easier questions and progressively moving into more challenging questions. This will include both the attitude of the interviewer and the difficulty of the question being asked. So let's look at an example. Let's choose Pam under level 3 under the top 10 questions. When you start the interview, you may see a pop-up. I've given the option of continuing or starting over. So let's start with a new one. Now, this is where all the practicing actually happens. On the left, you have your interviewer, and on the right is the person doing the practicing. This is where the user can see themselves on their webcam during the practice session. We see the question written out, and we also see the play and record buttons. There is also a tips section you can click that will offer more advice on how to answer. On the left, you'll see a playlist of questions that are a part of the set we are working on. Okay, now it's time to rock and roll. Let's record an answer. We click play and hear the interviewer ask the first question.
Walk me through your resume and your background.
When I'm ready to record my answer, I click the record button and the screen will count down. 3, 2, 1, and we're recording. Here's where you'll tell the interviewer about why you're the perfect candidate for the job, using all the useful skills you've learned with Big Interview. When you're finished, click Stop Recording. Now you can play back your answer to see the video, re-record if you want a do-over, or save the video if it's a keeper. Now that our answer has been saved, it lives in your own personal video library, which you'll find under My Videos. And we'll explore that in more detail in just a moment. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with my answer to this question and I'm ready to move on. I'll click Next Question, and I'm ready to progress through the rest of the interview. Now, the great part is you can re-record your answers as many times as you'd like. You can breeze right through questions you find easy, but you can also stop and slow down and take the time to really practice different variations of answers to the questions that are tougher for you. So now let's look at some industry-specific sets. If we go back and choose By Industry, we'll see all the different industries and occupations here, everything from accounting to technology and everything in between. So let's choose healthcare. Here we'll see all the different roles we can select. Let's choose nursing. Here you'll find different nursing interview sets, like basics questions about teamwork and people skills. If we choose Nursing Basic, we are taken to the exact same interface we saw earlier. The setup is the same, so how you do your practicing remains consistent throughout the whole site. Now, if you remember, we saved a video recording earlier. Well, where did it go? It went to your personal video library under My Videos. And this is where all your saved answers live. Your most recently saved answer will be at the top, and your questions are listed in reverse chronological order. Now, here's where it gets cool. You'll notice you have a self-rating, an external rating, and an AI score. If you click on your answer, you'll see a screen come up with your recording, and here you can rate yourself with 10 different verbal and nonverbal cues. After you've rated yourself, you can hit save, and the system will tally up your score. Now, in addition to the self-rating, you can also get feedback from a friend, trusted advisor, teacher, parent, or whatever the case may be. Simply select the videos you'd like to share and click Share Selected. Now you'll be able to email or share a link to the videos in order to get feedback on your answers. So that's a quick tour of how the mock interview practice tool works. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our support team, and happy practicing.